Woohoo! Hello, hyperspace! My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because Doomfist has finally been released, and he's on the PTR at the moment, which probably means he should be released on the public servers next week, or maybe the following week. Now, I haven't played Doomfist, I don't have a PC, I play on PS4, therefore I don't have him available for me to enjoy. But I have seen a lot of Doomfist gameplay, I know all of his abilities, his ultimate, and a couple of little questions that's been raising about certain of his abilities, specifically the Rocket Punch one. So, let's get on to his abilities, and I'm going to answer some popular questions surrounding his Rocket Punch. So, let's start off with, well, Doomfist Rocket Punch. Doomfist's Rocket Punch is basically a mixture of Genji's dash and Reinhardt's charge. How it works is Doomfist charges up his gauntlet, and then he just lunges forward ridiculously fast like Genji. However, if he hits you, you will get a ton of damage like Reinhardt. The secret to his Rocket Punch is if he hits you, I believe you get 100 damage, at least if it's charged up to its full potential. If he punches you with his charge gauntlet, you get 100 damage. If you will fly back, it has quite a bit of knockback. If you hit a wall, you will get an extra 200 damage, totaling 300 total. So that is a dangerous move. Of course, you can just have it like short little bursts forward, and that's not as powerful, and if you hit the wall with those short little bursts, it doesn't deal not nearly as much as damage. So he also has a rising uppercut, which is kind of like Ryu's Shoryuken. What he does is he uppercuts you, and you guys stay airborne a while, and you can do some quick combos with Doomfist. He's basically like a melee-only fighting character, but he does have a short-range shotgun on his hand that doesn't have the gauntlet. It's not really the best weapon. It's basically like think of it like a miniature Reaper shotgun. You know, you could just take Reaper's shotgun and nerf it by like 50%, and that's how weak it is. So you can't really get a lot of kills with it, but you can really use it to do quite a bit of damage and just poke at the enemies. And he has kind of like an Earth Shatter, but what this does is he punches the ground and it does like a little cone shape like Earth Shatter. However, if you're hit by Doomfist's miniature ground pound thing, you are stunned and you're brought closer to him, giving him the opportunity to combo that with an uppercut or a rocket punch or even his shotgun blast. So he looks like a melee combo hero, kind of like he's in his own fighting game. Now, his ultimate is called Meteor Strike. What this does is he jumps up in the air, he's completely invincible while he's in the air, and he comes crashing down. Now, you're gonna see it works similar to Zenyatta's, Transcendence. You know, when Zenyatta's Transcendence, he's in the sun, and then surrounding the Transcendence is like this golden ring, and whoever's in the golden ring will get healed. Doomfist Meteor Strike is the same thing. Doomfist flies up into the air and it has a big beacon in the middle saying where Doomfist is going to land. If Doomfist lands on you, you get, I believe it was 300 or 400 damage, and if you're anywhere within the circle, you know, the further you are from the center, the less damage you're going to take. But when you are hit by this Meteor Strike, regardless of where you are, you're going to take a ton of damage, I believe you get stunned, and you get knocked back. So he seems like a really good hero who can be used in dive comps. So, his health is at 250. However, Doomfist has an ability that is called the Best Defense. What this ability is every time he lands a hit with his gauntlet, not his shotgun, it has to be his gauntlet, he gets bonus shield. I'm not too sure how this shield works, because you know how Symmetra's shield is light blue, and Lucio's Drop the Beat is purple? Well, this Doomfist's shield is dark blue. So I don't know if it's going to be stronger than Symmetra's shield or what, but I do know is every time you hit an enemy with your gauntlet, you're granted bonus shield, and this shield will total your health up to 400. So the highest Doomfist health can ever get is 400, but by default, he's at 250. Now, Doomfist, he seems like he is weak against, like, you know, for example, people say, you know, Diva's counter is Mei, so Mei can beat Diva, Zarya can beat Diva, and so on. Doomfist is going to be very vulnerable to, well, obviously Pharah, because he has no ranged attacks. It looks like Junkrat is going to give him a hard time, because you don't want to get close to Junkrat, and, obviously the snipers can counter him easily, because he has to work his way to them. And, thinking of anyone else, Soldier and McCree can beat Doomfist from a distance, but if Doomfist gets close to them, you're pretty much screwed. And it also looks like Tracer is a hard counter to Doomfist because she's always moving way too quick, and it's very difficult for Doomfist to keep up. Now, surprisingly, if you can actually mix Doomfist's uppercut with the Rocket Punch, Doomfist can go flying really, really far. And I guess that's good for map coverage and, you know, just covering distance between you and the enemy, or even you and the payload, or whatever. And, for his playstyle, he seems like he's going to play very, very similar to Genji, and Reaper. And I mean this because when you play Genji and you're like a really good pro Genji, you're gonna have to know when to go in, who to attack, and when to leave. That seems to be Doomfist's same playstyle, and I tossed in Reaper in there because just like Reaper, with every hit that Doomfist gets, with his gauntlet, he's going to be getting bonus health, or shield as you want to call it. So he is like a mixture of Genji and Reaper. You have to know when to go in, who to attack, when to get out, and your bonus shield just buys you some more time to stay in the fight, but you don't want to stay in there for too long, if not you suffer the consequences by death. And we have not seen any one of his costumes yet. We've only seen his default costume, and I think he had, what was it, white pants, he's shirtless, and he has this giant gauntlet, I think it was on his right hand. And none of his voice lines, none of his victory poses have been revealed. On the PTR, just everything is set on default, and nobody has seen anything yet. However, the big question that's rising about Doomfist is, how does his rocket punch work? Now think of his rocket punch working like Reinhardt's charge, but you move as fast as Genji. So people are saying, can his rocket punch, knock back Orisa when Orisa's fortified and stuff like that. So let's start with that. Orisa's fortified. She cannot be knocked back by Doomfist in any way. If Orisa is fortified, she will not budge. Now take all of this I'm about to tell you with a grain of salt, because Blizzard has went on record and said that they are probably going to change a few of these things come Doomfist release to the public servers. So Orisa cannot be budged by Doomfist in any way as long as she is fortified. Junkrat's trapped on the ground. If Doomfist charges up his gauntlet and flies forward, apparently he will break Junkrat's trap, and he will not get stuck. He will stop at the trap, punch it, it will be destroyed, and Doomfist can just carry on his way. I think Blizzard said they're going to fix this, that way Doomfist will get caught in the trap, just like Genji gets caught in a trap when he tries to sword dash through it. Doomfist versus Reinhardt, if you want to have Doomfist charge up his gauntlet and rocket punch straight into a charging Reinhardt. Doomfist, at the moment, will win that fight. Doomfist will punch Reinhardt in the middle of his charge, sending Reinhardt flying backwards. Again, take all this with a grain of salt, because we don't know if they're going to change this come Doomfist's official release. Now, Doomfist is still vulnerable to stun abilities, which means while he's flying forward with his rocket punch, if you're lucky, McCree can actually stun him and stop him in place. Same thing with Roadhog's hook, and same thing with Sombra's hack. If Sombra luckily manages to hack Doomfist somehow, while he's moving ridiculously quick with his rocket punch, if he gets hacked, he will stop in place. So, another thing I forgot to cover, who can Doomfist beat? Now, obviously Doomfist can beat all the healers, because the healers aren't really much of a fighters. But Doomfist can just tear Genji apart, because Genji has to move in close, and Doomfist is basically a Genji on steroids. So Doomfist can counter Genji. He looks like he can counter tanks depending on who it is. And his playstyle, it's very, very difficult to tell this part because obviously I don't have hands-on experience, I'm just going on through visuals. And his playstyle and just the way he functions is very, very unique because he doesn't have any ranged attacks except that shotgun, but then again, it's a shotgun, so it can't really be, set as a ranged attack. It's very, very weird. But I can say, through all of the gameplay I've seen of Doomfist, he seems to be a very, very accurate hero. And I mean this, like, you have to be precise with this guy. You have to know how to aim your rocket punch and when to launch, because unlike Reinhardt's charge, once you launch that rocket fist, you're going in that direction, and you're not going to stop until either it waits or you hit a wall. And, same thing with his rising uppercut. It's like that. Obviously, that's a close range move, and with everybody jumping around a place and trying to circle you, it's going to be very difficult to land at. But high risk, high reward kind of hero. He's just very, very precise, and I feel like he's going to take a lot of practice to get the hang of. Kind of like Genji and Tracer and Ana, those kind of heroes. Very difficult to master, but if you master them, they're going to be a huge threat on the battlefield. So back to Doomfist's rocket punch. He can rocket punch straight through Reinhardt's barrier, which means Reinhardt's barrier is completely useless about it. Doomfist can be stunned by Reinhardt's Earth Shatter. He can be stunned by or put to sleep by Ana's Sleep Dart if she catches him in the middle of his rocket punch animation. There's other stuff that can stop him, like McCree's Flashbang. And with Zarya's Bubble, now this is a weird one. I don't know if they're going to fix this upon release, but with Zarya's Bubble, if she bubbles herself and Doomfist does the rocket punch to her, she will receive the knockback, and she will receive the charge points to her gun because Doomfist punched her. However, if she hits a wall, for some reason she doesn't get the charge point for the wall damage. I don't know if they're going to fix that upon the official release, but it sounds like something that they should, because I don't think Zarya should be knocked back, because, well, technically Lucio can't boop her, Pharah can't concussion Concussion Grenade Zarya while she's in the bubble, so I feel like Doomfist's Rocket Punch should work the same. So again, with Doomfist Gauntlet, who he can and cannot affect, and how all of the stuns work on Doomfist himself while he has his Rocket Punch, animation present, take all of this with a grain of salt, because Blizzard has run on record, and they have said that they are going to make some changes to Doomfist Gauntlet, how he punches, who can stun him, and so on. So if you like this video, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at Davontos, Once Doomfist comes out, I'll show you guys his costumes, his skins, and all that fun stuff, and I'll probably have a Doomfist guide once I get used to him. You can follow me up on Twitter at Davontos, which I think I said that, and as always, I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day!